And we're live. Hello, everybody. Sending out the notifications. Boom. We're back. We're close to release, right? So I looked at the calendar. 11th is when I'm targeting. It might happen before. But also at the same time, I don't want to rush it. Because we're so close, right? Let's make sure we've got what we want in here. If I look at Trello, I'm logging into it right now. Wow. Wow, Garby, so fast. Hey, Fusion, good second, I guess. And third, wow. That actually works. I need to start doing that again. I forgot, like, I know somebody said something the other day about it, but I used to do that all the time, right? Say, first one here wins, right? And what do you win this time? You win some stars, right? There. Go for it. Get your stars on. So looking at this, and by the way, Below the Stone official now instead of over 9,000 nukes. The Below the Stone logo fits really well on there. Like, it was on this screen, right? And when I was here, it fits pretty good between the words at the bottom of Minecraft there. Maybe it's cut off new a little bit, but the color scheme just kind of fits. I don't know. Oh, that was cool. So these are the three things I have on my plate that I know of before we go on to the next release and make it a public release. This one, it's really finicky. Like, I got it working without doing anything in my dev environment, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Really like the Below the Stone logo on here. Yeah. Hey, hopefully it works and gets you guys somebody to attention, right? Not sure what else to do. Yeah, this is Trello. Yeah, long story, but I might not use Trello after I'm done with this release. Let's put it that way. How do you change a character? So do exclamation point extension. Oops, exclamation point EXTENSION. And then that'll give a link that you can use the same kind of extension that you do over on Twitch. So let me get into it because you have to authorize it and all that junk. But it gives you the same type of look and feel for the extension. See? And I still have these. I didn't add the ones you sent me in yesterday because I completely forgot about them. And like, you can use the same link I did. It should be the same one. I need to do that. I need to add those three, like the other armored, what is that, a mithril armor? And then the spider, and is that an armored enemy? Anyway, I need to get them in there. Well, I have to like disconnect the thing to do it. I need to make a note for that so I don't forget. New characters. Okay, so these are the three things. This is super simple and probably should be done first because it's super simple. So let's go into a single player world just so I can take a look at the thing and get some inspiration here. Kind of already have an idea of what it should look like a little bit. Like, it's a block. Platinum, okay. When I'm looking at it in Discord, it's about 1/8 of an inch big, so it's kind of hard to see. Factory, there we go. What the heck? Look at this guy. He's riding a chicken and he's one of the desert biome guys. I didn't know they did that. Oh, okay. So that is the arm that we're gonna make textures for, and it's machine factory. Okay. So where's my Photoshop window? Here it is. So new 16 by 16 machine factory. We need a color somewhat close to that orange. When silver, tin, platinum are all kind of the same color. Yeah, but silver should be more whitish, tin should be a little bit bluer, and platinum, I don't know, I've never seen it enough. Yeah, OBS was telling me it was down, I don't know what's up with that. Wish like Photoshop had a thing where you could pick a color on another window. So that fits then with like what most people's expectations will be, at least from the modded Minecraft community. Oops. Silver is white, blue, tin is blue, platinum ain't purple. Yeah. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. So is having your game this close and the video out less stressful or more? Know what I mean? Like, I could see it being either way because you're that close and just the anticipation of it and stuff. A little bit less? Good. Good. Right. It's Mark, yeah. I could easily see it being less stressful, but way more stressful at the same time in a different way. If that makes any sense. Because, like, you don't have to worry about the video anymore, but you have to worry about everything else still. And like, once you release it to the Kickstarter, there's only so much you can do to influence at that point, right? Oh, we got 15%, or there we go. Let's do it like that, maybe. And what I make for the tip of this, was it yellow? Yellow. Yeah, once it's out there, it's just out there floating in space. Exactly. That's probably too intense. Let's get it down here somewhere. And then we'll get some gray going. That might be a good color of gray. We'll put the... Oh. We'll put those there and there. No, we don't want to look at. So we got to see if we can get people's attention right now. Yeah, I have a different opinion, let's put it that way, about how to market it right now. And you guys do you, right? That's fine by me. But I think you're going to have trouble keeping some people's attention. You're going to spend this effort or possibly marketing dollars getting attention and potentially lose their attention by the time the Kickstarter is actually out there. People have a very short attention span, unfortunately. I think that one needs to be yellow like that. Maybe we put the... Nah. I don't know. Let's do this, though. Definitely. Let's put some shading on this. So if I go up and to the right... Small I'd run now, and then a big one launch. Good. Good. Good to hear that you're not just putting it all up front. That was part of my concern. Generalization, but true cause. I might be leaving the stream soon. Okay, man. When the ad hits the people, it's the same people, they can go, oh, now it's out. But how do you know it's going to hit the same people? That's what I was getting at. You know what I mean? Like, you can't specifically target the people that you've done before, and also you're double dipping your marketing budget to hit them twice. Again, you do you. That's just my 2 cents, and I'm not a marketing person, but there's not a lot of pixels there to work with, is there? I could make this rotated down, but this is kind of the default state of this thing. Gotcha. Okay. Right, and right now you're just sending everybody to your Discord, right? So that's going to be a limited number of people that you can hit, right? Because if you take the whole population of the world, that's your potential audience. Then you narrow that down by who's gamers. You narrow that down even further by who's gamers of your type of game, right? Who would be interested in your game, and then you narrow it down by who's on Discord, and you start to get a very not a small set, but a smaller set of people. Versus if you didn't narrow it down by that last step, right? You'd have a bigger audience potential. Oh, it does go to the Kickstarter. That's awesome. Okay. I seen the people coming into the Discord, and I thought it was all that. I also tried hitting your domain the other day, and it took me to a page for Discord, and I'm like, what? So I'm assuming that's what you just parked it over to real quick. I think this should be darker than this, because these are in shadows of this piece. Second arrow? Okay. Hey, as long as you're happy with the results, man. Gotcha, okay. Well, you probably got 10, 20 people out of that or something. I'm just taking a rough guess. It's not too bad. It would be interesting to see the conversion rate from what do I call it? From Discord to backer or Discord to Steam sale later. That's like probably impossible to figure out though. So is it working, if you don't mind me asking? I know like you may not want to talk about it here, and that's fine. Is it getting people to, what is it, follow the page or whatever they call it on Kickstarter? PNG. Why is there no other PNGs here? What the heck? Ah, okay. Oh, that's why it's under models. We want under textures, items, machine factory. Discord one took like a day before we got the wave of people joining. Yeah, yeah. So let's go into here now. Oop, it's on the other window. Trying to think where we need to go for this. We're gonna need an item. We don't really need a block state for the... Yeah, we do actually, because this is a block. And that's blocks already defined. What we don't have though is the model for the item. And it's machine factory, that's right in the name. Fuel pump should probably be a good example, maybe. Oh, wrong name. Get rid of the dot. Awesome. So it'd be machine factory save. According to Facebook, 450 people at least last 15 seconds of the ad. Watched at least the 15 seconds of the ad. Oh, you've got it as a video or something? Cool. Yeah. And based on my audience retention, your audience retention is extremely high. But also, I lately mostly have been doing multiple hour streams, so getting a high retention is kind of hard for me, right? So I didn't know how to base it off of what my retention is, because I know my retention's low because of the duration of it, right? Like, even people that want to can't sit through the whole thing sometimes. That's completely understandable. Yeah. Just our ad is our trailer. Okay. So when you say at least the 15 seconds of the ad, so it only checks to see if they've watched the first 15 seconds? Yeah. And like on the weekends when I stream really late to like 2, 3 in the morning, those people that start out with me to get to sleepy about halfway through. That's really interesting. Only watch 15 seconds of it. Huh. Or did they only track 15 seconds of it? I mean, that's the amount of time it takes somebody to scroll on their phone past the ad or something. That's even long for that, though. I don't know. Is that what they use to charge you? Based on if they've watched the whole 15 seconds or something, and they don't care about the rest? Because it's money in their pocket. There we go. It's not the best texture, but it'll do. Boom. Counts 3-second views and 15 seconds, really. Well, I guess that's a good differentiator between someone that actually paid attention to it or not. 3 seconds is you didn't get their attention, right? 15 seconds, you at least got them to watch something. 2003 seconds? Whoa. So what, 3 seconds of your trailers not even past the bells, right? And I haven't showed your trailer on the stream here because I didn't want to deal with copyright stuff, your music guy and everything. Okay, so we can cross this one off the list. There are 540 15-second watches. So about a quarter of the people. I think we can just call that finished. There's nothing else to do to that one. So if I look through my stuff, what doesn't have a texture at all? The laser. Why is the laser even a thing? I mean, we can do that with it still, but this laser shouldn't be in the game anymore. Items. Make sure that's the laser I'm thinking of. Oh, wait. Laser. It's an item, machine mod, laser, name. Item. Yeah, this was the laser I was using as the proof of concept for the whole tower crane, so that can get removed. So if I delete it, it's going to give me errors all over. Terminate, sure. And it's errors here for the laser itself. Oh wow, so that's the breakdown then, huh? So a quarter gets filtered out past the 3 seconds to the 15-second window, and then what? So it'd be 1 out of 50. actually click it. Approximately, right? It's rough numbers. And there's going to be another threshold, right? Where, oh, wow, I'm interested. I go to the Kickstarter, but I don't have money right now, right? There's going to be that category too. Let me ask you this. Does your video ad or whatever somehow show that it's a Kickstarter that they're going to be clicking into? It's just a numbers game, man. It does. That's good. That may be why it's low, right? Because some people might be like, oh, if this wasn't on Kickstarter and it was out now, I'd buy it, right? There's a difference there. I would buy a game I would think is cool. I've never backed a game on Kickstarter before. So, not saying Kickstarter is a bad idea for you guys, but it's not going to have the same number of people willing to spend money on Kickstarter versus what people's willing to spend money on an actual game that's already out there on Steam, right? Because it's a guaranteed thing. It's on Steam. You're going to get it today. Versus on Kickstarter, I don't know what your specific timeline is, but some of those projects on Kickstarter go forever. And it's unknown if you're going to actually get something. It's the immediacy problem. People are impatient. So Facebook has targeted Kickstarter indie games, which we put. Okay. So people that are interested in Kickstarter, I'm assuming what that means, in indie games. It's a good audience to target then. I would say Facebook is going to be only a certain population of the whole people in the world, right? There are other forms of ads that'll extend your reach beyond people that use Facebook. I have a Facebook account. I never log into my Facebook account. It was set up years ago. My 10-year-old daughter was a baby when I set it up, and that's the profile picture I have. Right? Yeah. I've used Google Ads before. And that's the one where I was saying, make sure you give yourself time to get your ad approved. So like if you wanted it to be the live or the ad goes live day one of your Kickstarter, this is valid, we want this. You might need to set up the account with Google Ads first. That way you get it out there and approved by them to run exactly when you want it to run. And what they do is they just make sure it matches their content guidelines, that you're not trying to advertise something nasty to little kids or something like that, right? As an example. There's other guidelines they have, but that's what it's about. So I think they, or at least they used to, actually have a human being. Hey, Eagle. Geek Peaks Workshop. So we got this. Oh, and actually, I can't remember if it's AdSense or AdWords. There's one's like where you get paid by Google, and the other one's where you pay Google to do ads. But that's the one. Oops, my phone heard me say Google. Yes, it does. You could probably even do YouTube ads through it if you wanted to, but I don't know if that'd be worth it. It's probably pretty expensive. But what I was trying to say was, when I first signed up, or when I was looking to sign up for doing advertisement through Google, they had something going on, and they've done it since too, where they're like, get $150 worth of free advertisements for signing up. I was like, okay. And like put $50 in and got $200 worth of ads. Oh, that type of thing. like I said, they've for just having an active account out there, they've since sent me another one. Hey, come back to us, advertise again. Here's $150 to get started. Because it costs them nothing. Why not? Yeah, look around how you get it. How you get that set up with the credits. Because I know they do it all the time. Because I've constantly seen them trying to pimp themselves back to me. What is this thing? This asphalt mixer doesn't do anything. Eagle, don't we create the asphalt in the turbo furnace? And the turbo furnace, there's no use for that thing at all. The asphalt mixer is a dead thing. Same thing for the oil. It's a dead thing. I'm trying to debate if I should get rid of those things. The asphalt mixer, the fractional distillation tower, the wellhead. They're just garbage in the game, in the mod list at this point. Same thing with the centrifuge. Like, we made them. They're there. They don't do doodly. At least I don't think. I'm especially concerned about the ones that have no texture. Or maybe I just change the description on do not use, do not use. That would work. We have textures for everything. Need to redo those as non-ooglies. Okay. The next one. What's the next one? The beds. Where is it? Holo scanner. There it is. Wait, we don't want to be in the holo scanner. We want to be in the block blueprint helper. Because this is the one that does all the work. So scan blocks. When you are scanning blocks, what do we want? Right here. We need an if statement on this. So if equals blocks dot bed, then we need to do what? We need to get the air block. So then we get, okay, so if I do that portion of it. Stop it, Google, I'm not talking to you. Jeez. So I don't know if anyone else watching has either a Google phone or one of the home devices. But if you do, and you use the voice on it, you know, like to talk to it, is it getting better? As in it can understand you better, or is it getting worse? Because for me, it's completely getting worse over time, and I don't understand why. I was thinking about that we can make it so it places the bed, then places the other part at air block. But it's not just the placement that's the problem. The placement's probably the easiest part, because I think if I place the one half of the bed, it'd place the other half. The hard part is it needs to have a block to place, right? And there is no block that we can supply to the tower crane that's half of a bed. Yeah, see, that's the same thing for me. It's like it's been listening to me all this time, and it's like, oh, I don't know who that is anymore. Like, literally, there's some commands that you can do to it. It's like, I don't know, like your personalized news or whatever. And, like, it doesn't understand you. It's like, I don't know who's talking to me right now. Blocks.air.get registry name. Dot toString, I think it is what we want. Yeah, that's what we want. So that means that'll be an air block that it saves there. And then this metadata value needs to be in there as well. Great. Alright, so we can get that, we can get this, so we can move this up to here. And a int meta value. Zero, because it's there, right? And this will be an else part of this statement. We do that, save. Come on now. I'm making it so that you have to be there. Why are you giving me a pain in the butt? And you're gonna say, this is uninitialized. Guess I could just set it to 0, huh? And I don't have to do this here. And then the other one we know of is the doors, so we can do the same for door. Or equals blocks dot door, and there's many doors. Awesome. Well, iron trapdoors are fine. Those trapdoors are fine. Acacias are not. Birch is not. Iron door would not be. This is kind of a shame that you can't do doors, but until I can figure it out, this is how I'm gonna go for it. What does summon do? I'm a little afraid. What's it gonna do? When I initially was thinking of this, it'd be cool to make a villager an iron golem farm with a village using the doors and stuff, because it could place thousands of doors for you really easy. Doors and all that are always a pain to do. Oak door. Spruce door. And we're done. So beds and doors are gone. And let's also, just for the fun of it, put a message in the log. Your character's not popping up. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's just me down there, isn't it? Well, let's fix that. I'm gonna disconnect this because I need to put some additions to it anyway. So, haha. There's new avatars to be had. Open sesame. Just looking for a good time to do it, and now is that good time. And reload. Dwarf, Shadow, Green Slime, Widow. Oh, what's the size? 32. 32 by 32. There it is. What? Oh, I didn't apply, did I? Save. Apply. Continue. I'm gonna go through it one more time because this thing's kind of glitchy. There. So now it's reconnect. Try now, Eagle. So once I get authorized here with the extension, we can see the new ones popped up now. I think I'm currently the shadow. You good now? I don't see you down there though. I think I'll stay the shadow for now. Test. If it still doesn't work, I might have to restart stream avatars. You might be confused that I'm not stream or something. Yeah, I'm not even showing up, am I? Okay, let's just restart it. It should automatically connect then. Okay, so we've got this changed, right? We were going to do a log entry, weren't we? Non-supported block. Non-supported block. There you are, Eagle. And beds and doors are 2 blocks and won't scan right. Skipping. Okay, so this should be the one connected to my thing. Let's go to the scanner. Obviously there's a door here, so we can scan that. More than enough room, we'll put a bed down too. You can't put a bed on those blocks, real. I'm gonna get a bed of a different color too, just to verify that it works with all beds. Okay, and bed door test. Look for, oh. There we go. It helps if I put the semicolon at the end of the line. Haven't made that mistake in a while. Bed door test. Cobblestone, oak. Okay, so no beds are required. Cobblestone. Oak, glass panes, stairs. Wood oak stairs. Oh, the roof. Okay. Start. I'm curious if it's going to try and place something at the door. Nope, it skipped right over it, just like I should. Cool. It's like I know what I'm doing sometimes, guys. But only sometimes. I also thought about only scanning one of the 2 blocks of the bed, like only the bed bottom, and allow it to place it. But then I was like, well, what happens if the person does a scan like this, where they've only scanned half the bed on purpose, trying to dupe a bed? You can dupe beds that way, or half a door vertically, and yeah. That's why I just like, let's just skip them. You can put a door in. Let's check the log. Non-supported block scan beds and doors are 2 blocks and won't scan right, skipping. There we go. So I scanned the wooden door and did that. When it still asks for a bed though. Not sure what you mean. It won't still ask for a bed because it won't scan it, so it's not going to ask for one. It's just going to treat that block like it's air, that block like it's air, and that block like it's air when it's scanning it. So it's not even part of the blueprint anymore. Until I can think of a better solution for how to handle it that takes care of all the duping issues and the weirdness. Because I tried doing a set block, dislocation, oops, wrong thing. Minecraft bed, right? And it does half a block. So in order to place a bed, you need the other half of the bed too. So if I did, and then it's the wrong half of the bed still. So if I do that as bed, and then what if I do like what, 1? No, that's the orientation. Three. That's a good question. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Fire.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Nothing much.
That's how you're doing? Amazing.
Oh, I thought you said it. What are you doing? Not how are you doing?
Okay, so if I ask how are you doing, you're gonna tell me what you're doing?
Talking with you.
I think I confused myself and asked the wrong thing still somehow, but okay. So, piston, huh? And it's gonna be sticky pistons and regular pistons. Yay. Redstone torch. Nope, don't put it there. Okay. And we call this one Tech is lazy and doesn't want to have to put all these blocks in there. That's what we call this one. Wait. What am I doing? Boop. Boop. Hello. More than enough area. Cool. Piston test. Watch this crash it, Eagle. Cool, it's rendering it, right? It wants 2 sticky pistons and 2 pistons. Now, the question is, if I put 1 in, and 1 in, and give it the 2 torches, it can start without everything being in it. It just won't be able to complete. Look at that.
What in the heck? Okay, so don't use it for pistons.
Not for extended ones. Because it's saving the fact that the piston's extended. What happens if I do this?
I was just gonna say, what happens if you break the torches?
Yeah, it retracts the pistons. Yeah, I'm not gonna claim this is gonna be completely bug-free yet, I don't think. Thanks, Eagle. Thanks a lot, Eagle. I mean, they just need an update. So let's erase this. Okay, let's put the pistons in. Actually, let's put all the pistons at once in. I don't have a regular piston anymore. Let's start. What? Oh, piston test. Why does it not want redstone torches anymore? What the heck? Is it going to try and place another piston? It does not. And nothing is missing. Probably because... Wow, I thought budding them would do it. Can walk through it. What if I save single player back into it? No, wow. So Minecraft actually treats that as a separate block. Yep, piston head. I need to special case piston heads. Are you serious? So we don't need to... We need to scan them still, right? Because they are a different block. When it comes to beds, if you do F3 on those, it's a bed on both halves, right? Which makes it hard. I know the part thing says something different, but it's a bed. This is a different block. I look at the top thing. Piston head versus piston. Type sticky. So I can special case in this thing that it completely ignores piston head blocks. Okay, wait, if I do this, so set block, set block, tilde, Minecraft, piston head. You can make a piston head with no piston behind it. And it's not an invalid block. Oh, wait, but the game still removes it. Oh! That could be a problem. That could be a real problem.
Yeah, all I'm thinking about is how many freaking very complicated redstone doors are now not going to be able to be made with this crane.
I know. So what you might have missed earlier, Fire, is we took beds out of the scanner and doors out of the scanner because they're 2 blocks, right? So instead of allowing somebody to do something like this, let me show the thing here. So if I put this bed half in and half out, I don't want somebody to be able to dupe a bed or something like that, right? Because it's half in and half out. Same thing with the door. So I didn't want to place the other part of the block and it somehow gets you next to one. I don't know. But this is a whole nother animal. With that actually being a block, I can allow it to place the block, but the order that it places them in is going to be very important for this thing, because if the piston head gets a block update, it basically breaks it. Now, if I put a piston there, it's okay. But if I take it away, it breaks it. So if the piston head gets placed after the piston, it's okay. Or if the piston head gets placed, then the piston gets placed, it's okay. But if it's going, say, in this direction first, placing this head, and then there's a grass block here, this piston head will pop off, which will probably update this piston head, and that'll pop off. As soon as you update this with redstone, it's fine. Yes. So if we were to build this again, oh, we gotta do the. So they're there, and they'll retract as soon as we update them. I mean, I could put in a log or something saying you have a powered piston. The piston head will not behave properly till you butt it. So let's see, blueprint, piston. Start. Let's try it a different way. So just a regular bud does not do anything. Regular block update. It has to be a redstone change. Let's try a repeater in with a torch behind it. So it has to be unpowered. So you either need to be scanned in an unpowered state, or you need to replace the torches. Because if we scan this in a different rotation, or different orientation, like this, so we put the pistons this way, I'm gonna use 2 stickies because they should be the same, and scan piston 2, save, oops, and over here we select piston 2, and start it once a sticky piston. What? Piston 2. Start. Okay, we've come across a weird bug. Why you no move? Is it because it's trying to place the piston head first? Sticky piston is first.
Wow, Eagle, you done broke this thing.
You might have done broke me, because I'm not understanding why that's not working. Oh, no piston over there. Piston. Scan like this. Piston 3. You know, we could have crashed the server too, potentially. That could be what's wrong. That's something related. Can the crate build underwater? Probably not, because it checks to see if it's air. Where it's going to place things.
I was fighting for that feature, wasn't I?
Maybe.
I thought I like threw my hat in the ring for it.
So it stopped because it's trying to place the piston head, but you can't shove a piston head item into a piston or into an inventory slot, right? So if I did the piston head thing here, I pick that block, it just gives me.
Anyway.
Yeah, there's no block you can obtain. I don't believe. Give Minecraft piston head to whatever the heck my name is. No such item. So that's a problem. It's like it needs to ignore piston heads. So I'm gonna set it up to ignore the piston head part of it. We're gonna do some tests then and see how that behaves, because I think that might fix it, and you just need to cycle your door if that's the case. Like what you were saying with the piston doors, blah blah blah. Blocks, 2 blocks. Piston heads are also not supported. Correctly. Skipping. And we just need to go all the way to that double pipe. And we say blocks dot piston. What's the extension and what's the head? And what's the what? Maybe eagle. We still have the same problem though of it. What if you only scan half a door kind of thing? We'll have to try that. I'll place a half of a door just with the command and see what it does when you open it, if it places the rest of it then. I don't think that it will. What's a piston extension, guys? Anybody know? I need to know what that is. So, piston... It's not something you can place like that. Huh. So where's this at in the code here? Block piston moving. Oh, wow. That's the block that's placed in the world when something's moving, I think. No, so Reaper, the piston head is the part that's the top of it. Oh, I'm doing the wrong command. So you didn't place anything. So wait, if I do a piston. Wait, that's a piston right there. Let's do it this way. Piston extension. Oh, yeah, see, it doesn't work. It's not something you can actually... There's a block in the game, I think, that's just like the tube of the piston, but not actually used anyway. See, this is the part where we're having problems with, Reaper. This piston head. That's the arm that you're talking about. Okay, so now, if we... do that, we're going to go up one more. We're going to put a block on this bad boy so that we can see it, that it's completing or not. I first put you here. Very true, Blue Boy. Thank you for joining. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Piston 5. Fire, would you want to be able to build underwater?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, scan underwater? Like you build it underwater, scan it underwater, and then it builds it underwater later.
Sure.
Dang it.
Could you make it so that it would ignore water blocks? Because otherwise, how are we going to get water?
I was asking. Okay, so it can, now it will place everything except for the piston head, but as soon as we do that, it's placed again. So, if that was true... So, if I do the build so it ignores water when you're scanning, then you can never move water with this, which I think is okay. Ignoring water is probably a good thing. In fact, I probably should just add that to the list. But before I do that, let's do some kind of piston door and see what kind of impact it has on it. I'm gonna do it. Oh wow, I'm dumb. I'm gonna do a simple piston door. Hopefully a simple piston door.
Yeah, right.
Which yeah, right are you referring to? Sorry, where I said I'm dumb or something else?
No, I'm saying, yeah, right to a simple piston door.
I think I can do it. I mean, it's just one block. There we go. And then let's get those attached. There we go. And obviously we have to realign everything, but then if this is powered, we're good. I'm like not even gonna try and hide it in the redstone. Let me just put a lever on it. Ta-da! Piston door. Yes, it's only got an opening for one way. I don't care. Okay, we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back. Hey, Karma. Popping in 5 minutes while I wait to play test another project. Cool, man. Thank you for joining. And yes, I recognize who you are. Piston door test. I'm gonna need all of those things in my inventory, aren't I? Piston door test. Okay. We've got granite we need. Redstone repeater, which I don't have. Levers. And redstone. Go! Wait, what are you waiting on? The repeater? For real? Why the heck's it waiting on repeaters? Repeaters are directional. Repeaters are powered or non-powered, so that gives them some state, but there's nothing special about a repeater. It's just rotational. Yeah, man. Free advertisement. I told Mike if he sends it to me, I'll use it. Oh, so there's also the delay. So I need to place that block as that metadata value, but not check the block for that metadata value, whereas these, I need to check it for the metadata. This just got a whole lot more complicated, guys. All because of repeaters. Why do pistons work, though? No, he's seen it, man, and you're not distracting me. I like interacting with people while I do this. Your characters at the bottom are controllable and configurable too. Do exclamation point extension, and it'll give a pop-up window, and you can pick from the different avatars we have. I'm super confused, so I need to put a breakpoint in the tower crane to figure this one out. Why it's not trying to place that, because it for some reason must think that it's not a valid block that it's got. Gosh, where was that gonna be? It's gonna be like check inventory or something. Contains block probably. Switch. The block state we are looking for is an unpowered repeater. Wait, are those actually two different blocks? That could be a problem. It wants unpowered repeater versus what we have, which is going to be what? Repeater? Repeater. It's delay facing locked. I mean, I could just force it to be repeater if it's unpowered repeater. Okay, so let's try this. Let it run again. When I look at this, it says unpowered repeater. But I get a repeater in my inventory. Okay, what if I do a powered repeater? It goes to powered repeater. So are those different physical blocks to the game? So that's the command, and then it'll give you a link, and then that link, you click on it and it'll say something about authorized to allow YouTube to interact with it, blah blah blah, and then you get to this thing so you can control it. And you can actually like walk your character around and have him fart and stuff. Let's put another breakpoint in here. There's the right one there. Man, I thought this stuff was all gonna work. Thanks a lot, Eagle. Sticky piston. Item diode? Really? It's a redstone torch. Item block. Redstone repeater. But it says unpowered repeater. Okay, so we're looking for unpowered repeater. So here, Battle Royale. Have a battle royale with everyone else. See who's the winner. Oh, it's only the 3 of us. There's 5 of us watching, it says. People aren't talking enough. We battled to the death. And Blue Boy's running for the health before he's even been attacked. Eagle, you're not even in there. You hadn't talked soon enough. I'm not doing so hot. Been attacked a couple times with no health. Karma going for the health again. Dang. And I'm out. It's up to Blue Boy and Karma. It's pretty neck and neck. Oh, and Blue Boy just ate the farm. So Karma, you win! Yay! Newcomer's advantage. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. So this inventory is a what? Let's watch this actually. Got 500 gold, man. You didn't do anything.
It all in one place.
Yeah, don't spend it all in one place. I tried to set up a shop for the avatars. It didn't work. I don't know what I did wrong. So this is the piston in the spot. So let's go through the loop again by hitting this. And now we're at a item block, what? Redstone torch. one more time through. And now we're at the repeater. Okay, so step over that. It's not an instance of item block? What the heck? What the heck? For real? Oh my gosh, repeaters, why do you have to be so funny? So the
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, fine. So the item for a repeater is not a block? How? Item block special. So if we went to item block special, what is it inheriting from and everything? Good grief. So where is that even going to be defined in code? I'm assuming under item, not under client. Not under there. Not under there. Item. Item block is this, which is extending item. But item block special extends item and not item block. Why? Okay, so now I understand why it's doing it. What all uses this? There's 8 matches in register item. String is one of them. Reeds, cake, repeaters, brewing stands, and cauldrons. What the heck? Why is item block special even a thing? I'm really not getting why it would be a thing. Called when block is right-clicked with the item. Because it does different code instead of just placing it. Cool. It still has get block though, which I think is what we're calling. Come on, go back to my tile entity or my code for my blueprint, please. Wherever we are. Here. We're casting it to an item block, so it has to be an item block. So the other possibility is to copy all this code and do it again for item block special. Yay. Boop. Else if item block special, and we say item block special everywhere, and IB's got get block still, so we're okay there. That should be it. So now if I remove the breakpoints or just disable them and run, find the game. Still doesn't want to place it, does it? Okay, why now? So we would go down into here because it's going to get down into there, right? We can remove all those. And it's not getting down in there. That's just an old breakpoint I had. What the heck? Oh, did I not save it? Is that why? That was why I didn't save it. Okay, it's still not working. Piston door test, what we call it, right? Sticky piston, granite, redstone, levers, repeaters. It placed the repeater. Now what's it stuck on? Redstone dust, maybe? So let's go to that code again. And let's get out of this mode. And look at this. Okay, so we did a call hierarchy on this. And it was in register items. And where is redstone dust? It's item redstone. And item redstone just extends item and doesn't have a get block. What the heck? Something's off here, I have a feeling. So it's all the items that don't actually render their block form? Is that what it is? Because, like, you know, this looks like this texture, but on the ground it looks like that. It looks nothing like this, right? Same thing with the redstone repeater. They don't look the same, but if I put this on the ground, it looks the same as that. It's just smaller. But a lever's okay. We've used levers. Alright, time for me to go play this and do the music. Good luck with the mystery of the redstone block. Yeah, thanks, man. Night. Or morning, I guess, for you, or whatever time it is. Redstone ore, redstone torch, redstone lamp, redstone block, and then just an item of redstone. Which, if I go to that again, almost 2 a.m. See you, man. So on use item, it does the redstone. So it actually does that. So I need a special case for redstone. Maybe I should have took that one guy up on Reddit for his offer. He was like, oh, you can use the code that we've already developed and debugged all these special cases for all the items in Minecraft, blah, blah, blah. Item redstone. So if the item in that inventory slot is redstone, then we do what? We cast it to item redstone, I guess. Not sure what that does for us because we can't get the block. But we can test down here if it is redstone. So we can say item or blocks dot redstone wire. I just have it hard coded like that, I guess. And this, how did we never test redstone before? We got an extra parenthesis somewhere, don't we? It does not like that semicolon there. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, is that better? No, it still doesn't like it. Because we only had the tower crane for the testers for about a week. Yeah, I know, man. I should still do this. There's a way, I forget how, that you can tell Minecraft to give me every block in the game in a super flat, and then we can just go through and scan that world. We don't have to build the world out ourselves. They did it for rendering tests and stuff. I just don't know if it's still a thing. We don't need to check the metadata, we just need to return true. If it's a block of... If the block state is redstone, and we've got redstone in that slot, we need to just use it. There we go. Boom. Place down the redstone immediately. Guess that's why we test. It's good to see the redstone connects properly and everything. Okay, so it did the whole door. The door functions. What we didn't test, though, is this already being closed. Or powered, right? So now let's do door test closed. And break all this crap. Door test close, please. And start. Did you notice it placed the piston down? It placed the piston down, and it did it in a way, and then it retracted it. Because the other block was next to it and buttered it. Or something. So now we're stuck on the repeater again. Is a powered redstone block different? Call hierarchy. Okay, so hang on a sec, guys. I got an email from work. You just read through it real quick. What? Oh. That's the most unhelpful email ever. It just says, there's been a response to your support case. It doesn't tell me what the response is. Because that'd make too much sense. There is no item type of... unpowered repeater. We're just gonna have to special case this. I hate doing this much, but we're gonna have to. Boom. Okay, so if this item in the slot is an instance of repeater, item repeater, there is no such thing, really? Dot get registry name equals Minecraft repeater, and the block state that we're looking for is repeater is powered repeater or unpowered repeater. And I realize I have a mistake here. Dot equals you're in string comparisons, you have to say it just dot equals. Now what don't you like? Unlikely type? Oh, it's a resource. ToString. Ta-da! I'm assuming it's all lowercase. Let's try that. No dice. Put a breakpoint there. Bye, Fari. What is this item? It is nothing. Okay. Still nothing. What is I right now? Three. I put the repeater all the way down there. Okay, let's just disable this for a second. Let it run for a bit. Now we can check. So what is our I now? It is 1. And we're looking for the repeat. Yes, I love it. The game outsmarted me. Let's put the repeater in the first slot. And everything else right behind it, so I only have to look at the first few slots. Okay, yep, it's still there, good. Now I can break it. The breakpoint in. I is what? 5, awesome. So, run again. The heck is slot 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's gotten into one of these, is what that's telling me. So it's gotten into block special, but it didn't meet the criteria for block special. So if we just do this as a if instead, that's a completely different way it's going to branch down through it, and it'll probably land in it and work. Or not. What the heck? We're going up to... Oh. Okay, so it's a block special in our inventory. That repeater's always going to be that. We're good there. We need to down here, though, check for if it's the same block, which is fine, because the get block for the block special is going to be get raw block. If that equals null, then it's the delegate get block, whatever that does. I don't know about the delegate piece. In this block, so in the call hierarchy for this thing, we are getting it as a unpowered repeater only. We want the powered repeater. Okay, so back in the right piece of the code, we can on this one do what we're after. Okay, so this one goes down to here, so we can say else, okay, and then inside of that we do this, and that else if is what we go ib.getBlock equals blocks.repeater unpowered repeater because that's the block that would be in the inventory, is the unpowered version. And block state dot get block equals blocks dot powered repeater. That should be okay. And I can hear it working already. So what that basically means is if it was a powered repeater, it's going to accept it if it's powered or not. Because you'll never have a powered one in your inventory. And that's kind of cool that it stays powered even though there's no signal going into it. It's because of the block placement order. Okay, so our door ended up being placed when we're all said and done. You wouldn't want to do a piston tape with this because the piston tape's going to spin all around all funny probably, but for something like this, it works. Now, let's break it all, make sure it works from the ground up with no interaction from the code standpoint. Door test closed. Start. So the lever gets on, it's powered. The repeater's powered immediately, even though there's nothing going into it, so that's kind of cool. But it ends up building it out in a proper way. All of the piston heads are there because you actually used it, right? What do you guys think? Anybody still watching have an opinion if this is working good or not? And while you're thinking on that, I'm going to see if this still is a thing inside Minecraft. At least one that I can get to real easy. Fine. Customize. Okay, no. Customized. Super flat customize. Presets. Yeah, there's something you put in here. Oh, what's that do? What was the question about again? So I was asking if you think it's working as it should now, the crane. I don't know if you watched it build it. I'll show you again one more time. Okay, so this is what we scanned, right? See everything inside there, so you can ignore these pieces. Everything was powered. The door was closed. And then if I just hit start again, I'm gonna start building it, and it's gonna cycle through the piston as it's building it because it's getting updates, right? But I don't know how to avoid that in any way because it's gonna be based on how it's placing the blocks. See, that piston retracted, and then it got the redstone there. That redstone got powered, and then it powered it again. I mean, in the end, it came out okay. It's just going to cycle through doing funny things while it's building. Just like if you were to, as a player, start placing this block here, it's going to do that for you. I don't know what else to do about that. So let me see. Let me see. It's going to make some redstone contraptions breaks, but I think it'll work for now. I think you might be right. It's going to be funny. Let's put it that way, right? I don't... What happens if we did a comparator or something, right? There might be some other special case blocks that we need to look for, and that's why I'm trying to find Minecraft super flat with all blocks. Super flat preset. Nope, that's not what we want. custom super flat. I know there's a way to do it. Test world with all blocks. Yeah, the block test world. That's what I'm looking for. It took some researching to find it myself. It's called debug mode and is created single player by holding shift down when clicking the world type button on the more. There we go. That's how you do it. So let's get out of this. So lesson time. Go to creative. More world options. This world type, if you hold down shift, debug mode is an option. It only shows if you hold shift. And then you hit done, create new world, and this is what you get. And hopefully no crashes because my mod's in here. Look at this beauty of a world. Every single block in the game, in every single state it can possibly have. All lined up, all pre-placed for you, for your enjoyment. It's basically a world for doing rendering tests is why they've done this. But it makes... See, like, there's all the halves of doors. Are my blocks in this? That'd be amazing. Doesn't... Oh, they are! No way! Look, you can see all my conduit shapes. All the orientations of the drilled stone. Orientations of the shredders with them being on and off both. Oh, those didn't even render. So I looked at them. That's weird. What are you? Must be the fluid. Machine. Yeah, it's the oil. Wellhead. What are all you? Here makes some redstone contraptions break, but oh, that's the same comment as before. Sorry. Now, why did that one only render? Oh, it's because it's got a tile already on it, render on it. So out of all the blocks in the whole game, my blocks only represent... Wait, this is my blocks. From there on, from that right there, all the way down and back for 3 rows. Wait, this is my block too. That's my block. What the heck? It does get mixed in somehow. Wonder if you did this with a big modded pack, what it would do. That makes me feel better. Vanilla stuff doesn't render either in this world until you look at it. It's the testers, the tile and special renders. I don't want to render for some reason. What are the rails gonna do, right? That's a big question. Okay, so I've fixed what we were set out to fix, I think. I can't remember what we put on the Trello board that started us down this path. Edged and doors, yes. So we fixed that. We've also got some other bug fixes in there as well. I don't know that we've gotten every bug fix that we need to have, though. We've just got bug fixes for ones we know about. Like, are rails going to be the same? Don't know. What other blocks in here are double blocks, right? They take up 2 spaces. None of the fire is going to be that way. None of the redstone's going to be that way. Chests are technically 2 blocks, so they're okay. So all the doors we know about. Fences should be okay. What's these? Signs? We haven't tried scanning a sign. Let's go see that. Oh yeah, we're in that world. Durr. So signs are special because there's a couple different ways signs can be placed, right? Let's get our bounding box up. Okay, so let's, on this wall here, do sign. Now the sign contents is not going to be saved, I know that. Get some different rotations in here. Get one that's hovering over nothing. One that's on top of another one. Okay. And that's freaky. S-I-G-N. S. And let's just start a new tower crane because I don't want to have to place all that stuff again. Signs. They're kind of rendering as full blocks. Start. Immediately stops. Oh boy. Okay, so it is a type of item block. It is a sign. Huh? What happened? Over that. Item block. Item multi-texture. What? Block equals block stone. Skip you. Block equals block stone. What? Item multi-texture. What? I'm sorry. What did I have in this thing as its inventory? What? Missing block sign. And that's the next item. Let's take those out of there. We'll put this in slot 1. Okay, now we can let the breakpoint happen. Breakpoint should happen. It is not. So we're not even getting into... It's not an instance of item block. Okay, that's what I needed to know. So this item is an item sign in this case. Okay. It's an instance of item sign. As if. Boop. And where's our last one down here? Else if item sign. No, crash, crap. Item sign. Item sign. And item sign has no get block, cool. Which doesn't matter because we know it's a sign at that point. Blocks dot sign. Oh, wall sign or standing sign. So we'll just do either. Or wall. Cool, looks like banners might be another one we'll have to worry about in a minute. So play. Stop the breakpoints. Play. It's placing the signs. Why did it stop? Oh, it's probably out of granite. Signs and pistons and redstone and repeaters, oh my. Hey, it did it. That's all that matters. Now, none of the signs are going to have any text. I know we didn't put text on most of them except for the one at the bottom there in that block. But that's MBT data, and we're not going to try and do MBT data. That is out of scope of this project. And I think that's all for tonight, guys. My head's spinning with like different blocks that might need testing, and yeah, I'm sure there's more testing. This is going to stay in the testing category until the release date, I have a feeling. We'll put it at the very top of testing because it's just going to be there. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow's Friday, right? So we'll probably, maybe, if I actually stream tomorrow, we'll stream longer because it's Friday. And yeah, I'll catch you then. Night, everybody.